Hi, Esties. Welcome back to another episode of Esthetician Edit. Today, Erin Blaser is joining us from Skyn Esthetics in Boca Raton, Florida. And that's actually close to where I'm located as well. So we're actually going to go make a trip to
Yeah.
her new space, which we'll get into in the podcast. But if you don't mind just introducing yourself and your business and what drew you to aesthetics.
I'm in Boca Raton, Florida. I love aesthetics. I was just telling you, I used to do nails. And then I was like, I want more. I want to do more. And I was like, what could I do? And I knew I always wanted to work for like a plastic surgeon. And I was like, what could I do to work at a plastic surgeon? I was like, let me get into skincare. So I went to school, did some skincare. And from there, I worked for a plastic surgeon, but not necessarily doing skin. I was working at the front desk and answering phones for over 18 to sometimes even 22 providers at a time.
Oh my
So
God.
that in itself really taught me, I would say, like the behind the scenes of skincare and plastic surgeons' offices. And then from there, I finally landed a job with some plastic surgeons in Boca Raton. And that really just helped me and educated me in the skincare and clinical grade skincare realm. So from there is when I decided to open up my own place when a patient laid on the table and she literally looked up at me like, Erin, when are you opening your own place? I was like, I guess I've never really thought about
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah. And then it was COVID and one of my hairdressers said, Erin, there's a place here, a small suite. She's try it. So I was like, I'm not opening a business after COVID or like during COVID. But I was like, you know what? Actually, this would be really great because you're in a small room and you have the privacy and it's more of like a one-on-one.
Yeah.
So I did that and I'm so happy I did. So I went from a small little, salon suite to now owning my own place with other estheticians underneath me. And then also now I'm going to do my dream, and that's opening up an aesthetic boutique, which I'm so excited for.
Yeah. We're
I'm like,
actually going to go next week to check it out.
yeah, it's exciting.
Super exciting. So, how long did this process take from like when you got your suite to then now when you got your bigger place? Like, because it seems like it happened pretty fast.
It did happen really fast. So gosh, it's been 5 years that I've been out on my own. So the first year in the suite, I was literally busting out of the seams like within 8 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just myself. And then I brought on a few girls to work underneath me and working in there when I wasn't there, utilizing the room to its full capacity as much as I could. And then from there, I found a space. What kind of also pushed me was we heard that the suites was closing. So with that, it was a push underneath me to say, you know what, let me go and see if I can find a place that will have some rooms. And I did, and I'm so glad that I did. And then I have other estheticians that are working there, renting the space, and again, utilizing it for its full capacity. And then just recently in the last year, I really pushed myself into saying, let me do my actual dream. And my dream was always to have a boutique. I'm from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and there's a lot of boutique shopping, and it's a lot of like shopping, and you know that you're supporting a local business, you're supporting a mom or a small family. And I just wanted to really bring that boutique vibe into my aesthetic practice. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm so excited.
So, is it going to be like with clothing
Yeah.
also? Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so cute.
So we have clothing, we'll have other things. I would love to bring in like local artist jewelry and stuff. So I want to support local artists. I'm big on like supporting other people's come up and small business. So
I love
yeah, I'm
that.
looking forward to helping others.
I love that. There's actually this boutique in St. Augustine that every time I go there, I have to go to that boutique. And it's
Yeah.
because you can't find the same like clothing anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's just unique to that place. So that's going to be nice to have that down south here because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm excited, especially in Boca. I mean, a lot of my clients and patients, they like shopping, obviously. And I just thought I would bring something in with just clothing and jewelry. And I have a patient now who has her own boutique. She does online. So currently, right now, we're utilizing my space currently, and she has a small rack there. So it's working, and I'm seeing that it's working. So we're going to bring it into the new space.
I love it. I feel like I've been getting to know a lot of estheticians that are combining like different passions and bringing it into their skincare practice. So that's super cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a little bit curious as to when you first decided to go out on your own, what was that process like? Because I know as an esthetician, did you start doing medical services? Did you get a medical director? What was that process kind of like?
So there was a plastic surgeon in West Palm Beach that I was working for, along with a PA who really helped me, and she was excellent. And she was opening up her own place. And she had a small sweet salon, and then I went and worked for her a little bit, and they gave me the idea to go out on my own, as well as that patient laying on the table looking up at me and saying, Erin, open up your own place. So yeah, I did get a medical director. I was friendly with one. He's amazing, by the way. He actually did my explant surgery a year ago today, or the other day, last week. So yeah, so he's my medical director, Dr. Dev, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it was, but it happened really quick. And then I find that I make decisions probably a little too quickly. And if I could tell any other buddy opening up your own spot, slow down, enjoy the process. There's no rush to any of it. Because sometimes I do. I feel like I make decisions too quickly. So with this boutique that I'm opening up, I've really thought about decisions, and all my clients are asking me, when are we opening? When are we opening? I'm like, I don't know yet. I want to make sure that it happens and happens
Like
when it's supposed
perfectly.
to. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I'm impulsive as well. Like I bought a course last week actually, and I'm like, oh my God, can I actually do this? Like even with a medical director, like I'm trying to find whether I'm even allowed to do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just bought the course though, because it's hard to figure out also to scope of practice, what we're allowed to do, how do you figure that out?
I have a good support system. Like a lot of my reps for the products that I sell, I think that they really help me, and then they know things, they're knowledgeable. And I think just staying in the now with in the community itself. I've always had a really good, tight community and a good support system that everybody always was able to help me. I could always utilize people to what they knew.
Like ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, asking a lot of questions, yeah.
And what sort of treatments and technology do you really, really love? And what are you kind of like, oh, that's not really worth it?
Well, it's funny you asked that.
Especially like as estheticians investing in certain machines and
so
stuff.
True. I've made many mistakes seeing what's on the Instagram and social media, like, oh, she just bought that machine, and I've fallen for that. Wish I hadn't, but have. So this year, 2025, I promised myself to just stay focused and utilize what Skyn Esthetics has. So to answer your question, we love PRX at our office. PRX is a bio-revitalized treatment, and I love it so much that they've actually asked me to be a clinical educator. So I travel educating other estheticians and teaching them about PRX. So I love PRX. I'm a big fan of my signature facial.
Which is what?
It's a full realm of it all, like high frequency, ultrasonic micro, extractions, a light peel if needed. We also add in the glacial device into that, LED light, and dermaplaning. So I give them a full treatment. They're walking out knowing that they actually had a treatment and not so much just a facial.
And how does the PRX work?
So PRX is almost like collagen in a bottle, right? It's, I kind of put it together as, or place it in the same realm of Sculptra. So it's helping build your own collagen.
Okay.
So it's going down to the dermal layers of the skin and plumping the skin from the inside outwards. Leaves the skin radiant, glowing right away. So the patient sees one treatment, or they'll see the results
after one treatment.
After one treatment, yeah.
And it's like a topical solution. How do you infuse it in?
Yeah, so you take it out with a cannula, and then you place it on the patient's skin and really massage it into the skin, getting it down into the dermal layers.
Oh, okay, nice. I love that you said that you're an educator, because now maybe I can connect you with my mom, and yeah, that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, I literally just expanded and added my mom to my practice, so we just became a med spa.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting, but it's a little bit nerve nerve-wracking for some reason. I think it's just because it's another world that I'm not really familiar with. She is more than I am. What other treatments do you recommend estheticians maybe start off with if they're not familiar with like the medical advanced treatments?
So I would just stay focused with like facials. Believe it or not, we can get a lot accomplished in just a facial or even a light chemical peel, something more superficial. Bring them in more frequently. Like a lot of times I notice that I fall for it. I'll bring in facials every 4 to 6 weeks. But if you really think about it, maybe that patient to get more of a result. Thank you. It's Monday morning. More of a result. Bring them in more frequent. Have them come in every week or every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, just stay focused with even just facial treatments. They actually do work.
And I know the whole process of you opening your med spa, you said was kind of like a natural chain of events that just happened for you. Yeah. Was there anything that like you experienced that was challenging or that you experienced even as a business owner that is challenging that you would give advice to someone that maybe is not in your shoes yet, but like walking the path?
So I think what was challenging for me, said I didn't want to share this, but it was my challenge was a lot my landlord. Yeah. But it's all good because he's actually really pushed me into the next phase of my journey with Skyn. And Skyn is now able to really be what my dream was. My dream was always to have a boutique and have the skincare, involved as well. So my main goal is to do skincare. I love doing skin, but I wanted that boutique. I wanted you to come, the client to walk in and really feel a vibe, know that they can come there and feel safe, touch and feel the products, touch and see clothes. Like what woman doesn't love walking in and seeing clothes or seeing things that they can actually touch and put their hands on? So where I found difficulty was the business aspect of it and my landlord at the time. But it's okay because I just take those negatives and make them into positives, and now I'm fulfilling my dream.
Yeah. That's one of my friends. She shares with me this story. It's really long, but it's basically like good thing, bad things. Who knows? Something can appear bad, but it's not actually like it's gonna lead you somewhere greater. So it seems like that kind of happens to you a lot.
Totally, it's like one door closes, a million more will open.
Exactly. And I think that having a boutique also is going to be really nice because when you get your skin done and even when you get your hair done and stuff, like when you just feel good, you want to dress good too.
Totally.
So it's like you just want to look good overall. So it's kind of like you're putting everything together.
Yeah, it is true.
So what, I guess, advice would you give to an esthetician? Like if you had to give an esthetician 3 pieces of advice and she wanted to start her own med spa, what would it be based on what you've learned?
1 would be not everything that glitters is gold. 2, don't follow into the social media thing. Same thing, that kind of coincides with not everything that glitters is gold. We get caught up in social media and we see, oh, well, she has it, let me get that into my practice. But again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Stay focused, utilize what we actually have. And that was, again, my goal this year was I knew I had everything to make a patient happy or to get those results. So I just said, no more new treatments this year, not bringing in a new skincare line, not buying a new machine. And I've actually utilized this year what I have, and it's working. So not everything that glitters is gold. Don't fall for the social media BS, trap. And then thirdly, just stay true to yourself. Like literally ask yourself, what do you want? And that's what I did this year too. What do I want? Sometimes we can just get on the hamster wheel and just keep going, especially me being a single mom. Like the hustle was always there for me and I was just always struggling for the next thing. And I feel like even with my daughter, I didn't ever get to like enjoy her growing up. So just slow down and ask yourself what really matters.
Yeah.
So,
like enjoying more of the journey rather than the destination.
Totally. Yeah.
It's hard because we see literally like people at the destination we want to be, so we want to skip the whole journey, the whole process. But I also feel like it does a disservice because, like you said, I brought in this year's
We all fall for it.
So much, which I love, but I now am like, okay, you need to stop. I'm even like, do I have a shopping problem? Do I need to go to Shopaholics Anonymous or something? Because I feel like I shop too much, and it's usually for my business. But I feel like we don't even fully learn the protocols that we have or maximize the benefits of what we at least for me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like certain treatments, I was like, I'm not actually like I don't fully know everything about this treatment, or I'm doing it in the way that would maximize the results completely. So I like that you said that.
Yeah, just stay focused. Yeah.
As a single parent and business founder, how do you balance everything? I know we kind of talked about the fact that you're not just an esthetician, you're marketing, you're, the business admin. How do
Yeah.
you balance wearing all those hats?
My support system, my family. My family has been such good help. My parents, my sister, who's now working at Skyn Esthetics as well, Ashley. My support system for sure. My daughter's really helped me, and she just always gave me the ambition to really do it. But yeah, I'm very lucky. I have a great support system. My family is amazing.
And your team, so I know your sister, how long has she been working with you?
She's been working part-time for a little over 2 years now. We eventually, hopefully, will get her there. She's working as a medical assistant, so she's been in the
Okay.
aesthetic industry for a long time herself. But she hopefully, and her goal is to just be doing skincare at Skyn.
I love that.
Yeah.
And your team members, how did you choose them? What was that like? How's the hiring process? Firing process? I don't know.
Yeah, right. No, I've never actually had to fire anybody, thank
Oh,
God.
good.
Yeah, no. The process always, just believe it or not, came to me. Even Lisa, who's there with us now, she came to me. She found me, I believe, through PRX. She was inquiring about it for herself. And then she said, wait, I see that you have something on social media that you're possibly hiring. Lisa has come to our practice, and she's working there full time. She's doing lashes. And again, same thing, hopefully just doing skincare. That's her goal. A lot of my employees or people that have come to me in the past have just come to me. And I've never had to fire anybody. They've always either stepped out and gone on their own or did some other things. So it's been easy for me on that aspect part of things. So thank you.
And what do you think contributes to that? Because I think it's a mindset thing.
Yeah.
So what is your mindset that just attracts things to you? Because it sounds like even with your journey, it's just like the next step just makes sense. The next step just makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem, I'm sure it is difficult in some way, but it doesn't seem that hard.
Again, I think it's just being true to who you are and being yourself. I mean, Ashley, my sister, and Lisa, and anybody that comes around me, this is me.
Yeah.
I'm a little maybe nervous right now talking, but this is who I am. I'm just genuine. I try to remain genuine. Even when I talk to my patients, I make sure that it's coming from a place of goodness and kindness. I'm not there to take their money and sell them the next best thing. I know what it's like to be on a budget. I know what it's like to have 50 products underneath my sink, and maybe I can tell them, bring those products to me. They might not be the best for you, but at least I'll help you utilize those products. So I feel like I'm just trustworthy, a genuine person when it comes to that. And I think that's why anybody that's ever been at Skyn Esthetics is, like I said, I want people to enjoy coming and just enjoying it all. So being genuine and just being true to yourself.
I think like actually caring too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it doesn't seem like when people are in it just for the money, you can sense that. It's like an
Totally.
energy exchange. So
Yeah.
it seems like you just genuinely also care.
Yeah, I do. I'm not here, like I said, I rather teach someone about their 50 products. Like, let's utilize those products first, and then I can switch you over onto what I may think. But why waste your money with stuff? You can use those. Maybe you can use them on your décolleté or your arms or somewhere else, but let's not waste your money, you know?
Boca Raton, right? And
Yes.
South Florida. So that's a competitive market. What are the biggest challenges to did you from the beginning have the clientele? Did clientele come easy for you? Or was it something that you had to invest in marketing, advertising, things like that?
I think the biggest thing, and if I could tell any esthetician out there how to build your practice or build your following, is going to be rebooking. So even back when I was working at the plastic surgeon's office, I always rebook that patient. So in consultations, you talk to them, you ask them what are they looking to achieve with their skin. they're going to tell you what they're looking to achieve. We might see something different. We can always add that on. But listen to your patient, listen to your client, ask them, what are you looking to achieve with their skin? Set it up to what they're going to, the result and how long it might take, and tell them, hey, I need to see you back in 2 weeks, or I need to see you every 4 weeks, or whatever it is. Let them know straight up from what the journey is going to look like, and then rebooking before they leave. If I can't tell anybody more, make sure you're rebooking your clients before they leave out the door. I think that's what really works.
Yeah.
And that helps.
Yeah, I agree. Even if you think about yourself, like when you go to an appointment, sometimes I actually get offended if they don't ask me.
Really?
If they don't ask me to come back, I'm a little bit like, I've been to like certain like wax artists or just like different beauty professionals, and if they don't ask me to rebook, sometimes I'm like, do they not like me?
Right.
Or care enough to but I know it's not a personal thing. I know it's just like sometimes an awkward conversation that you feel like needs to be had.
Yeah.
But I feel like if someone's coming to an appointment and they're caring enough to invest in make that initial investment, they probably want to go on the journey, right?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I can see where you're going with that one. I definitely think, like, make sure you ask for that client to come back, get them back on the book. Everybody wants a full book, so guess what? Rebook them.
Yeah, that's super smart. Okay, so I read this actually on your website. I don't know where I found this. It says you believe proper exfoliation is key. You say you exfoliate daily. I mean, your skin is absolutely like glass skin.
Thank you.
Why is exfoliation so foundational? And are there types of exfoliation you prefer?
So there's all kinds of exfoliations out there, right? We know that there's physical, there's chemical. I'll even tell my patients to take like the facial sponge and just use your cleanser and lightly exfoliate. So I just believe in that cellular turnover process. We all have it, and it happens at night. So in the morning, lightly exfoliate that dirt and the oils off that we actually consume overnight. So just exfoliate, even that way, just exfoliating your face in the morning is really good, or daily with a facial cleanser is really good. And then we also have the exfoliating beads we can use. And then in treatment rooms with chemical peels or even microdermabrasions. I went back just recently to the good old microdermabrasion, and with a light exfoliation, I think that you can really remove some dead skin cells. Dermaplaning is another way of exfoliation. So yeah, I am a big believer in exfoliation because I just really think that's removing those dead skin cells to produce new ones.
Yeah, like very bright, glowy skin.
Yeah.
I actually brought out the microdermabrasion 2 days ago on a client for the first time in a long time. I'm like, she just needs it.
Yeah.
Like she had the dry, rough, patchy, and I'm like, I need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
What other, I mean, your skin is so beautiful. What other products do you use? What other ingredients do you believe in a lot right now?
Definitely a retinoid. I'm a huge fan of Skin Better Science. I just think that their science behind their products is real. They put in a lot of effort into their science and education as well to us as estheticians. So retinoid for sure is one of my top go-tos. I think a vitamin C, as long as it's a good one, maybe not so much over the counter. Again, I love Skin Better Science, vitamin C. And then what other products do I love? PRX for sure. And treatment in office, I love PRX.
How often can you do PRX?
Weekly.
Weekly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the first thing would be is to come in and do like a series. And you're doing them every week for 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, just depending on the result we're trying to achieve. And then from there, you maintain with a follow-up doing one treatment every 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay. That's nice. Like a monthly thing. Then
Yeah, so it becomes monthly. I generally do a PRX with a facial even for my client, again, with some exfoliation or a light dermaplane, just depending on what we're trying to achieve.
Lovely. So being in the industry, I know you talked about like you just have to stay up to date with everything. How do you stay up to date with the medical industry? I know like social media sometimes could be more of like a marketing thing. So how do you make sure you're not falling into like the marketing traps, but then actually being informed about what's going on in the industry?
I think educating myself. I think YouTube is really good. Even if you're just watching another esthetician do something, for instance, years ago when I was teaching myself dermaplaning, I pulled it right on up on YouTube and just watched different people's technique. And then I was so scared to actually put that blade in my hand and do it on a first patient. I'll never forget that day. I was just so scared. I literally have a blade to this lady's face right now. But I think it's just like educating yourself, put in the knowledge. Reading is really good. YouTubing and stuff like that, or just listening to other estheticians, right? I mean, that's how I even found you guys, was just learning how to listen to other people and give your input and listen to other people's input as well.
Yeah. I feel like I've learned the most through other estheticians.
Totally.
Even just like one-on-one trainings or shadowing them, because they're the ones, especially like the ones that have really been doing this for such a long time. It's like, why wouldn't you want to learn from them?
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even going to seminars and stuff and talking with other estheticians. I'm big on community over competition, just talking with other estheticians, seeing what works for them or listening to them. Maybe something doesn't work for them. So just listening to that and talking with the other esties is really always good. I like it.
Yeah, so sometimes, because there's a treatment, which I'm probably going to ask you about it later, the one that I bought the course for, but I mean, I made the mistake too because I got so impulsive. And then afterwards was when I researched, what are the bad, like what do people say about this treatment that's bad? And then because for every person that says this is great, there's a bunch of people that say this is bad. I want to know why. Sometimes they're not using it in the right way. What do you think about fibroblasting?
So I have done fibroblasting. With the plasma pen?
With the plasma pen, am I allowed to do that? With a medical director?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God. I was like, I hope I didn't spend money and I can't even do this. Okay.
Yeah. But however, you got to be very careful with the fibroblast. It's literally just, you're not even touching them with the with the device.
Hovering.
Yeah, it's literally hovering over. So just be real careful. I have in the past actually touched the patient, and what happens is that you'll start seeing those, they call it the dot treatment, right? So I've left like the dots on patients and had to use like a non-hydroquinone and hydroquinones to help even that all out. Thank goodness I knew skincare is going to really help it.
Do you think it's like an outdated thing? Are there things that are better out there? Or do you think that like it's a good treatment if you really master it?
I think if you master anything, it can be good. Okay. Absolutely. I loved it for the underneath the eye area.
Yeah.
I loved it for the text neck, for sure. Crow's feet. Even up here, there's some patients with the glycation in the around the mouth area.
Yeah, because I feel like you respond to what your clients are asking of you, right? It's the worst thing when they're like, oh, I have concerns of my under eyes and stuff. And I'm like, what can I do for them? I don't really have anything right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think the fibroblast pen is great. I wouldn't necessarily do like a full face. I have in the past before, and that took a long time.
You did it on yourself?
I didn't do it myself. My sister actually did it for myself. We did the under eye area. Yeah.
But not your full face?
No.
Okay.
Lasers, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then what lasers do you love?
I'm obsessed right now with Clear and Brilliant. So the Clear and Brilliant was literally designed for us as estheticians. So it's very hard, if you can, even burn someone or get a contraindication with it. I love it because you can put makeup on right away. There's very minimal downtime, but they're getting a light resurface. And also, there's two hand pieces. So the first hand piece is light resurfacing, and then coming in and targeting the pigment with no downtime.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I'll pair it too with PRX.
You're like, put in the PRX in there. Yeah. Okay, so looking at the industry as a whole, what would you like to see less of in the industry, and what would you like to see more of, like in the medical spa industry?
Good question. I think education for us. I had another esthetician say to me that she took the pharmaceutical grade class. I was like, they got you, because there is no such thing. That's sad, though. There's a teacher out there saying that she's giving her a medical grade license, but we all know we all have the same license.
Yeah.
It's just the education that you place underneath yourself. So even that, I wish there was more education for newbies. I wish there was more education for the estheticians that are just going in and learning. So I would say education for sure. Yeah.
And then less of?
Less of, I don't know, I guess less of, I would say maybe like less of so much on the social media. Again, it goes back to not everything that glitters is gold. You know, we all should just be community, be into helping one another. I'm a big believer in helping. If an esthetician DMs me, I'm happy to share my advice. I'm happy to share those things. So I just think less of being for yourself and be for the community. Yeah.
And then my last question is a little bit like of a personal one. What would you say, I guess 5 years ago when you first started, to your younger self? And then going into the future, what would you want your future self to know?
Let's go backwards. So younger, I would say slow down. Don't follow the hype for sure. Slow down. And that, again, goes even to as a mom, raising our children, enjoy every moment of it. And same with just your journey in life, whether you're an esthetician or not. Just in life, we all should just slow down. We're all like on the rabbit chase all the time. I think slow down, listen to yourself, be present a little bit more. And then for my future self, just keep reaching for the stars as I am. I'm excited for my new journey and I'm looking forward to it. And when I want something, keep going. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So where can we find you online, on Instagram?
So I'm definitely an Instagram lover, trying to get into the TikTok realm. It's not easy. Instagram is skynesthetics.boca, and then we are located in Boca in a storefront plaza where our new location will be. And my website I'm obsessed with, so go visit my website, skynesthetics.com.
With a Y.
With a Y.
Yes, not the I, a Y, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
it's so
having
nice to
me.
have you here.
It was fun. This
Yes,
was really fun.
we'll have to do it again. We'll have to do it after your boutique is. So I would like to kind of just do a check-in to see how you're doing and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to having you at our location.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to be there. So you guys are
Yay.
going to see it for yourselves. Well, bye, Esties.
Bye, Esties.